We're getting the flywheel thingamajigger put back on. Torquing that at the specified specifications. Got the oil pan put on. Bumping her up to do it the rest of the way. You gonna be able to hold that by yourself?
45 pounds.
Nope. Which way we're going? My way. Alright. Alright, so we got our pulley on the front, got it torqued down, got our flywheel on the back,
Clutched up.
and got the clutch in there. I mean the clutch on there, yeah, thingamajigger. I guess I better do the valves here in a second.
Yep.
This camera battery is dead, so we're having an issue with that, which won't be much good for the recording. So we're gonna miss a little bit of this video, but I'm gonna check the valves. Usually they're about 3 and 4. So we'll get that set and go from there. But I'm gonna have to let my camera charge a little bit, so we are gonna miss a little bit of footage. But we gotta get this motor done. And he's cleaning off the water pump. It's pretty bad shape. So attempt to put the water pump in. And when I say we, I'm holding the camera real good like. You need some light?
Yeah.
Does that make it worse? Remember what the water pump torque bolts were?
60 billion.
60 billion? I thought I wrote all that crap down one day.
We didn't have values on the water pump.
Alright. Well, the water pump didn't have torque values that we could find, so we put it at, what are we putting it at, 15?
15.
15. We're doing 15. 15 seems safe for a 10 millimeter bolt with a 12 millimeter head. Alright, we're attempting to put the distributor in, which is by no means an easy task. And the book says line the rotor up with the notch on the deal there. But yeah, it was a good time. So I'll show you a picture of it here in a minute. And you gotta make sure this drops down flush or you ain't got it in right. There's a little pin that runs through the, what is it, the water pump down there?
You get it?
Man, we ain't there though. It's gotta be on this, don't it?
Well, your advance is supposed to be in the center. Yeah. So we go one more Tuesday.
Yep. So close. Anyway, we'll be doing this for a little while. Y'all have fun. Cheers. You can turn your deal down there with a flat-headed screwdriver.
Yeah, if you can see it.
If you can see it. Alright, it's been a good minute since we been on this project, and I've missed quite a bit of video, but pretty much got it back together. He's tightening up the alternator. Hooked all our wires back up, our hoses, make sure we got all our wires on there. We set our distributor. We may still have to deal with that just a little bit, or it's the carburetor. Hooked up our steering mechanism per order. Got new CV boots, which I've still got to get one deal for that. We broke it. Got our air box hooked up, and we'll have to go back and fix that hose because that ain't no good. We did have to put one new clamp on the starter deal here because it was no longer making connection. These aren't far off here. And may have to adjust one of the valves a little bit better. We'll see what happens. let's see. We had to put a new ignition switch in it. We still got some things to do. Nice gas cap. I can hear one valve in there. Not too bad. I didn't do it. We have to adjust it down apparently. Huh? Why was it staying up there? Anyway, we're getting pretty close on this, guys. We can't find suspension for that. These bushings here are all shot and people want big money to replace them. Can't find regular ones. The problem with these joiners is the cheap shocks. So when these don't absorb the suspension of jumps and bumps, it goes to your next weakest point, and that's all these little cheap bushings. So if you had some, you know, Fox $800 shocks, those bushings probably wouldn't be taking such a beating and they wouldn't go out nearly as quick. But so we'll pull the valve cover off and I'll adjust that valve one more time. But we are getting close to being done with this thing. This was supposed to have been an easy job. It ended up being a motor build. So anyway, I want to thank the guys in Phoenix, Arizona for helping me out. Matt at Joyner in Phoenix, Arizona. And then we had Central Parts or something, USA, I believe, out of California. And I'll give links in the description for both these guys. They helped out a lot, got us everything we needed. We did want to upgrade the bushings, which I talked to the owner and told him about the shocks, and I think that's just the reality on this buggy. It's a cool buggy, but cheap shocks. So your truck's probably got better shocks than that. So it's just gonna get tore up. Anyway, he's got some really cool seats in here, which we've got to clean up. It's gonna be a pretty cool buggy. So we got a lot of cleaning to do. We had a big